Yo, what's up, guys? Owen Krebs here, back with another top 5. Today we're doing top 5 Carters. In number 5, we have former U.S. President Jimmy Carter. In 4th place, we have Sean Corey Carter, aka Jay-Z. In 3rd place, we have the 4th studio album released by Lil Wayne, The Carter. In 2nd, we have Captain America's love of his life, Peggy, aka Agent Carter. Not on this list at all, we have Philadelphia Flyers goaltender Carter Hart. And in 1st place, we have a 4-goal scorer tonight, Jeff Carter.
Oh dear God. 12 goals! 4 of them from Jeff Carter. Back and forth game for the most part of this. Despite the score being 8-4, the Penguins win against the Buffalo Sabres. They have 1 game remaining against that same team. Could potentially be first in the East Division. Dear Lord, this was a very goal-score heavy game. And Jeff Carter had 4 of them right out of the bat. Let's just get this out of the way. Jeff Carter is my first star of the night. Absolutely incredible game. None of his goals were, empty netters, easy goals, things like that. He had a natural hat trick and another goal on top of it. Incredible. And we'll get this out of the way too. PFR question. What was your initial reaction to the Carter trade? And how has it changed? Because a lot of people that were bashing on the Carter trade, they can shut up about that now. Other 3 stars of the night, that line, man. Jarry, McCann, and Frederick Gaudreau. And we'll talk about Frederick Gaudreau a little bit more. But yeah, let's get to the lines right now. No lineup changes because DeSmith is still out. Tanev did skate, though. So again, your injury list. Matheson looks like he'll be out for about a week. So he probably will be back, hopefully, first round of the playoffs. Same what goes with Tanev. Rodrigues is still out. And I have no idea what's going on with Casey DeSmith right now. Thankfully, no players left this game. As far as I know. And yeah, Lagace still the backup. And really just a note that I had on the board is that looking at these lines, they're pretty decent looking lines, especially that top 6, just on paper. I'm not talking about like the players themselves and how they've been performing, even though a lot of them have been performing really well. The big hole, in my opinion, is Frederick Gaudreau. If you look at that lineup, if you're not a fan of the Pittsburgh Penguins, you look at this lineup and you're like, oh, they have Frederick Gaudreau, they must have some injuries. He's been incredible, especially tonight. And wow, the goal, I forget which Carter goal it was. He just forechecked and set up that entire thing. Frederick Gaudreau's a late bloomer, dude, and he's gonna get re-signed with the Penguins, and he's gonna stick around. I've been impressed the hell out of Frederick Gaudreau this year. Quick standings update, though. Penguins are at 75 points. Capitals at 73. They have 3 games remaining, though. The Penguins only have 1. Of course, that's against the Sabres as well. Bruins are at 71. They have 3 games remaining. Islanders are at 68. 2 games remaining. And then the Rangers, Flyers, Sabres, and the Devils have all been eliminated. I don't know the exact implications for what the Penguins have to do to win the division. I know that they at least need to win against the Sabres, and they got it here tonight. 12 goals in this one. And as you can see from the board, I had no room to put any of my own notes in this because there were so many damn goals. Right off the bat, though, the Sabres, they take the lead in this one early, and Drake Caggiula scores. I thought he was always an under-the-radar player. He was picked off of waivers. This one, it was a simple shot. Jarry wasn't the best in it. The Penguins' defense was not the best in this game, despite, the commanding win. It was tight for the majority of the game. The penalty kill did not look great. We'll get to that a little bit later. And yeah, well, it's kind of, this win isn't that impressive in my opinions, even though it was an 8-4 win with Jeff Carter scoring 4 goals. The defense needs some works, especially when you're getting scored on by Tage Thompson and Drake Caggiula. Now, the goal scoring starts for Jeff Carter, and he gets a hat trick in the first 2 periods. Jeff Carter gets his 13th. Yes, that goal was in. It was an assist from McCann, and I'm obviously very happy about Jeff Carter scoring, but part of me is even more happy with Jared McCann getting all these assists on these goals. Jeff Carter gets his 2nd goal of the game on the 2nd power play unit, and I cannot express how important this is that the Penguins are, utilizing not only the 1st power play, but the 2nd power play as well. And it was a goal set up by Kapanen and Zucker to Carter, and he scores. So those aren't your first power play guys. Sullivan is trusting both of his units, and he's getting the results, and it's amazing. Jared McCann's on that second power play as well. Tage Thompson did score in this one, and he got his 8th. I don't know how many goals he has against the Penguins this year. If you know, please comment down below, because he might turn into a Penguins killer, because I think at least half of his goals, he only has 8 goals on the season. I know he scored, he had 2 tonight, right? Yeah, he had 1 tonight, but he had a couple goals against the Penguins earlier. He might be the new, Penguin killer. The Penguins do get the lead, though, and Jeff Carter scores his hat trick in the second period, and this one was a great effort on the forecheck by Frederick Gaudreau. Jared McCann as well on that play. And is that going to be a new line now? I mean, what do you do when Tanev comes back? Do you just slot him on the 4th line for Sceviour? What do you do when Rodrigues comes back? But who knows? It's the Penguins. That will probably never happen. Hopefully it does, though. But yeah, this line, really, that's my 3 stars of the night. Is this entire makeshift third line. Gaudreau, McCann, and Carter. Carter, obviously the biggest, spotlight with 4 goals in this one, but Gaudreau and McCann, he didn't do it without him. Frederick Gaudreau had a game tonight. But the Sabres did not let the Penguins, get away with this as they scored and tied it up 3-3. Drake Caggiula. The Sabres weren't letting it up, and it was going to be one of those type of games with Steve Mearson on the broadcast. However, Sidney Crosby wins a faceoff. Michael Hauser doesn't see the shot from Bryan Dumoulin, and that's the turning point of the game. Bryan Dumoulin scores his 3rd of the year. I think that's a career high in goals for Bryan Dumoulin, and it's a simple slap shot right off the faceoff, and Penguins are up in this one. I'm just now realizing that I had Gaudreau scoring that goal on the board, because I don't know why, but it was McCann that got that 5th goal for the Penguins. And again, that line, Gaudreau turning over the puck and getting it to Jared McCann, who has a wicked shot, and that line on the board again. I don't know how many goals they factored in on tonight. Let's count them. 1, 2, 4, so 5. 5 goals were by that line tonight. 5. And the Penguins' defense, as I mentioned before, was not the best. So, I mean, if they play better, and if you have that output, 5 goals from one line, you're going to win most hockey games. And then in the 3rd period, Carter gets his 4th, set up by McCann and Gaudreau again, and that's 4 goals for him. Incredible. This was the game that they were doing that free teacher giveaway or whatever. I didn't win, or my mom and my cousin didn't win because they were the teachers. I'm like, you need to sign up for this. I wish I could have went to this game. Would have been amazing. Sidney Crosby scores off a Letang tip shot at 7-3, and the Penguins start to carry it away with this one. Jeff Skinner scores, though, 7-4. That was on the power play. Zucker took a penalty on that. That was not good penalty killing by the Penguins. Skinner was all alone in front of the net, and he got his 7th of the year. But before things closed out, no empty net goals on this one because Kapanen and the Malkin line got their obligatory goal of the night. Malkin sets up Kapanen, he gets his 11th, and the Penguins win this one 8-4. Once again, my 3 stars, Carter, McCann, and Gaudreau. And my PFR question is, what was your initial reaction to the Carter trade? And what is it now? Because I guarantee, even if you like the trade, you like it even more now. But I would be amiss if I didn't talk about what's going on in the NHL right now. I'm kind of going to try and go through this fast because I have a whole lot of... This is going to be a continuous story. I may make I might write an article about it or make a video about it. The Tom Wilson situation has caused the Rangers to fire their general manager and president, which is a gutless move, in my opinion, because they don't want to be associated with a pretty good statement. And there was obviously the game last night against the Capitals and the Rangers where it was just a line brawl right off the bat. It was embarrassing to the league. And today, the Rangers were fined $250,000 for speaking the truth. And I'm really pissed about it. I really am. I can go on a rant right now. I'm recording this PFR a little late. It's almost close to midnight right now, so I'm not going to go on a soapbox here tonight. But I'm furious with the NHL. And yeah, I'm furious with the NHL. Especially because last night there were so many good stories. Obviously, even in that Capitals game, the TJ Oshie scores a hat trick after his father dies. Even though I'm not a fan of TJ Oshie, that's great. Marc-Andre Fleury last night passed Luongo for 3rd all-time in goaltender wins. David Backes returned to Anaheim. David Backes returned to St. Louis. There were so many good stories last night. Kopitar hit 1,000 points, but it was all overshadowed by the Wilson Rangers, NHL, George Peros situation. And I can only hope it goes away soon. And I only hope that we can get some actual action from the NHL, because I'm furious. I really am. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. We only have one game left in the regular season. I don't know how I'm going to structure playoff games. I don't know if I'll do a live feed and a video afterwards. Let me know if you guys would like that, because again, this is my last week here at school. I stayed an extra week to work graduation, but I'll be home for that. So I may spice things up once we get to the playoffs. So like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all for watching. There's a little bit of smudge on your screen. It's right next to the subscribe button, so you might want to wipe it up while you hit the button. And I'll see you guys all in the next video against the Sabres.